Have you ever wondered what happens after we die? Could we possibly return in a different form, in a different time? This thought, this question, is not unique to you or me, but rather, it has intrigued humans across cultures and throughout history. It is the mystery of reincarnation we begin to delve into today. Reincarnation, a term derived from Latin meaning entering the flesh again. It is the philosophical or religious concept that posits the rebirth of the soul in a new body after death. To simply put, it's a belief in life after life. It's a belief that our souls, our very essence, don't just end when our bodies cease to function. Instead, they move on, they transform, they reincarnate into new lives. The concept of reincarnation is not confined to a single culture or religion. It's a belief that spans across the globe, from the ancient Egyptians to the Greeks, from the Celts to the tribes of Africa. It is deeply embedded in the teachings of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism, religions with followers in the billions. In the East, the belief in reincarnation is often tied to the law of karma, the principle of cause and effect. It's believed that the actions of our current life will determine the circumstances of our next. Are we kind, generous, and compassionate? Then we may find ourselves in a favorable situation in our next life. Are we cruel, selfish, and deceitful? Then we may face hardships as a result. In the West, reincarnation was a belief held by the ancient Greeks and is still prevalent among various New Age movements. Even early Christian Gnostic sects held beliefs in reincarnation, though mainstream Christianity does not. The belief in reincarnation, then, is a truly global phenomenon, a testament to our shared human curiosity about what lies beyond the veil of death. It's a belief that suggests a continuity, a cycle, a journey of the soul through time and space. So, if reincarnation is all about the soul's journey, where do heaven and hell come into play? Our soul, an entity that transcends the physical body, where does it go after we breathe our last? Picture this. The soul, a vibrant, ethereal energy, is released from the confines of the physical form at the moment of death. It does not simply vanish into the ether, nor does it immediately find a new home in another body. Rather, it embarks on a journey, a voyage across the vast expanse of the spiritual realm, guided by the invisible hand of karma, the law of cause and effect. Now, let's delve deeper. The soul, carrying the imprints of its previous life, is like a traveler with a suitcase full of memories, experiences, and deeds, both good and bad. These are not just passive remnants of a life lived, but active forces that determine the direction of the soul's journey. Imagine a cosmic scale, where every action, every thought, every emotion is weighed and measured. This, in essence, is karma. The weight of our deeds in one life can tip the scale, influencing the circumstances of our next life. A life lived with kindness and compassion may lead to a favorable reincarnation, while a life filled with negativity and harmful actions may result in a more challenging existence. Yet, it's not as simple as a direct transaction. The journey of the soul is a complex tapestry woven from the threads of countless lives, each one influencing the next in ways we may never fully comprehend. Karma is not a punishment but rather a tool for learning and growth. The soul, unbound by the physical constraints of time and space, is free to journey across countless lifetimes, learning, growing, evolving. It's a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, an endless dance of creation and dissolution. And throughout it all, the soul remains, eternal and unchanging, the silent observer of its own journey. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? The soul, unconfined by time and space, journeying from life to life. Heaven and hell, places of reward and punishment in the afterlife. How do they fit into the narrative of reincarnation? Let's delve into this enigma and unravel it. In the grand tapestry of existence, reincarnation is a continuous cycle of life, death, and rebirth. But where do heaven and hell fit into this picture? Are they final destinations or just temporary stops in this ceaseless journey? Let's explore. Heaven and hell, as we often perceive them, are not the ultimate endpoints, but rather are transient stations in the soul's journey. They function as places of rest and reflection, offering the soul a chance to assimilate the experiences of its past life. They are the cosmic classrooms where the soul learns from the triumphs and errors of its previous existence. Heaven, often depicted as a place of joy, peace, and reward, serves as a spiritual retreat for souls that have lived a virtuous life. It's akin to a celestial spa where the soul rejuvenates and basks in the radiance of its good deeds. However, this blissful state is not eternal. Once the soul has rested and reflected, it must leave this idyllic abode and continue its journey. Contrarily, hell, portrayed as a place of torment and punishment, is where souls that have strayed from the path of righteousness temporarily reside. It's not a place of eternal damnation, but a spiritual boot camp, where the soul undergoes a process of purification. It's a fiery forge where the soul is tempered and rid of its impurities, preparing it for another round in the cycle of reincarnation. In this context, heaven and hell are not rewards or punishments, but rather tools of transformation. They are the shaping forces that mold the soul, influencing its evolution and growth. The experiences in these realms leave indelible imprints on the soul, shaping its future incarnations and guiding its journey towards spiritual enlightenment. Thus, heaven and hell play a critical role in the soul's journey, influencing its path in the grand cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Through reincarnation, the soul embarks on a never-ending quest for growth and understanding, with heaven and hell serving as significant waypoints in this remarkable journey. The concept of reincarnation, while mystical and intriguing, carries profound implications. What might they be? Imagine a world where death is not an end but merely a pit stop in an eternal journey. This is the reality under the lens of reincarnation. It paints a picture of life as an unending cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The first and perhaps the most significant implication is the concept of karma. Our actions in each life, both good and bad, determine the circumstances of our next reincarnation. This idea nurtures a deeper sense of morality, as every action has consequences beyond this life. Secondly, reincarnation promotes personal growth. Each life is an opportunity to learn new lessons, correct past mistakes, and progress spiritually. Lastly, it brings forth a sense of interconnectedness. We are all part of the same cycle, regardless of species, race, or status. It's a humbling perspective that fosters empathy and compassion. Indeed, the belief in reincarnation encourages us to view life as a continuous journey of learning and growth, where every action has a consequence that can echo into our future lives.